V said that we're going to talk about some equipment. So this is the bag that we're going to be bringing. This is, everything needs to be in here. It's just a pretty standard bag. You've seen the rolly bags that are being used. This one just happens to be fairly large. And the first thing I wanted to show was the clothes that we're bringing. We're bringing several sets of these, plus jeans and other things like that. But when we're trekking, you can only bring a few clothes, so you'll bring this. This is made into short sleeves on one and long sleeves on the other, so you can see how this is going to work. But this is lightweight. It dries within 20 or 30 minutes if it gets wet. If it gets wet, you can just put it on and it dries just based on the heat in your body. And it's got a nice pocket here. And you can wear it for days and days and it won't smell bad. If you have cotton, it tends to trap the odors, but this doesn't. I have some pants here made out of the same material, polyester. It's got a lot of pockets in it. These are cargo pants, so they've got pockets on both sides. So you can put gear in your pockets. And this actually makes into shorts. Right there's the zipper, so you can actually zip this off, and now you need to cross a stream or something like that, or it's really, really hot, and you want to relax, you can take the bottom part off. As Mrs. V said, we're going to be sending video and taking lots of pictures, so this is the camera. We actually have two of these. This looks like a standard camera, but in fact, this just came out a few months ago, and it takes full high-definition video. So this is a 1080p video camera. It takes beautiful video. It's just really amazing. It also, of course, takes pictures. And I've mounted this on a tripod. This tripod weighs 11 ounces, and really fast to set up. So there it is. The whole thing. And so this would be important if you wanted a steady platform to interview someone. You want to do some video. You don't want it to be shaky, or you wanted to do a self-portrait, or you wanted to set it up and then walk past it with your backpacks on or something like that, so you can basically photograph yourself. Okay, we said we're going to go backpacking. Here's the backpack. You see it's super thin. This is a very small backpack. Typically, if you're going for a week, you'd have a much larger backpack, but we're going to be doing something called ultralight backpacking. Again, just based on the amount of space and weight that we can bring. So this backpack weighs just a little over a pound. This is the main pocket. It's got a pocket in the top. You can put gear into this main pocket here, and then you can actually strap things onto the outside. So we'll leave the beginning of our camping trips really full. We'll have a lot of food with us, and then towards the end, we'll have less and less. The next thing is our sleeping bag, and everyone's seen a sleeping bag, but this one's special. This one will actually keep you warm down to 32 degrees to freezing. And then we have silk sheets, which weigh just a few ounces. You put those inside, and they get inside the silk sheets. That's another 10 degrees, so now you're down to the 20s. And if it got really cold, you put on your down parka, your hat, and all your clothes, and you could probably go down to zero with this. This sleeping bag is pretty amazing in a couple of senses. It's super light, it weighs less than a pound, and it folds into, this is a second sleeping bag, the same one we have, these we have to bring two. This is how big it is, so this is perfect for our luggage. Normally sleeping bags are quite a bit larger. Okay, we need to bring food. You can burn 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day if you're hiking all day, so you need to bring food, and so this would be dinner for two people. I have here vegetable lasagna and chicken and dumplings. These only weigh about 3 ounces, and you can see they're thin, so they don't take a lot of room. Food actually takes a lot of the room in the backpack. We'll have a small bag that we can strap onto the outside for food. In order to make this food, you don't have to eat it out of the bag. You have to put in hot water. So the first step would be getting the water. We can't bring water because water weighs a lot. Each quart weighs 2 pounds. A gallon weighs 8 pounds. So we have to make water on the way. And we make clean water with this water purification pump. And it actually has a hose that you drop into a river, or into the stream, and then you're able to pump the water. We're using these collapsible bags. These take almost no room whatsoever inside your luggage, but they'll hold a quart or a liter. And the neat thing about this is the two go together.
Oops, until I fall.
And then you can pump. In about a minute, you can fill this up. We have 4 of these plus another large one. So that would be enough for dinner, and then we can get up in the morning and make breakfast without having to go a second time to the streamer lake. Then in order to heat up that water, you need a stove. This is a fuel bottle. It doesn't have any fuel in it. It's completely empty and completely safe. And this is our stove. So this weighs a little over a pound. The 2 pieces fit together like this. And then you give it a couple of pumps and turn it on and light it with a match. Imagine that is now creating heat. And this is our pot. It's a titanium pot. Weighs just a few ounces. And it's got a cover and it's got this handle so you can grab it even if it's hot.
Can you pick up the stove so these guys over here can see it? Just pick up the whole thing.
So here's the stove.
Wow.
There's not much to it. And it folds really small inside our backpack. And then the pot. So then the way you make just a review, you're purifying the water, getting rid of all the bacteria, pouring the hot water, or the water in there, heating it up, and then putting it into your dehydrated food. It needs to sit in here for about 10 minutes before the food is ready to eat. I have a few other things to talk about, but we've run out of time. I do have one slide that shows our tent that we're going to be bringing.
You can just leave one, hold up the tent just to show. Yeah.
The tent is actually in 3 pieces.
But it makes into this.
And this is the 3rd piece.